Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Last time we had the formal introduction to combat with the ships and boarding and looting and plundering and all that stuff. And today we're going to try and continue the story, but we do have a neat little shanty here playing, and we're going to be taking a look around for any other enemy ships that we might want to plunder for ourselves here. Like that one. It has wood and cloth. It's not bad, but let's see. I'm really looking for brigs right now. Oh, okay, that's something. Sure. Let's go investigate that. I know what this is, but we'll go ahead and show it off now. So every once in a while when you're sailing around, you can find a ship like this one over here that is all damaged and everything. It's already burning. It's already on fire. And what you've got to do, well, what you can do if you decide to try, is head over here and basically board it manually. Board it manually. Okay, come on. And try to grab all the loot that's on it. And you have a limited amount of time because the ship is going to end up exploding. So you want to make sure you do this quick. And basically, each one of these crates is equivalent to what you could find, out in the sea, just floating around. So these have like the exact same, or a little bit more, apparently, because we just got 20 metal out of that. And then there's all these dead troops here. And you definitely want to make sure you get off of the ship in time, because that does not end well if you don't. So my rule of thumb is usually to make it at 10 seconds, just so I know that I'm going to be good to go. So I'm going to try to get one more. Alright, time to get the hell out of here. Quickly. And there it goes. So that's one little side activity that you can find occasionally. And you can get some decent stuff out of it sometimes, like we had that one crate that gave us 20 metal. So, I never noticed that before. I don't usually pay that much attention to what I actually get out of those, because the first bunch of times that I opened those crates, way back when I found that the first time, forever ago, I just assumed that it was always like a normal, you know, sea crate floating. But I guess maybe there's a chance you can get better stuff out of some of those crates. Because you definitely won't find 20 metal floating around in the water. So, yeah, cool. That was worth it. And am I going to have to go, let's see, looks like I can get around to the left. Oh yes, I was informed of some video stuttering throughout last episode at certain points. And I believe that to just be my laptop kind of getting laggy from time to time, just because it's not an exceptionally powerful laptop, and yet people still say like, oh, you know, you can play like a simple game like Arma 2 and still record it, right? And it's like, I can play Arma 2, but I can't record it at the same time because of stuff like that. I mean, if my laptop can't handle just running a recording program for a little bit with like pretty much nothing else going on in the background, how in the world is it supposed to play a game and run the program at the same time? It can't. It just can't. So I'm gonna be clearing my throat and stuff as well. My throat, well, I don't know, about 4 or 5 days ago, it was not feeling very well, but it got better the next day. And then this morning, I woke up with a postnasal drip really badly, and now it has just gotten to the point of like a dry, painful cough from time to time. So I have the mouse hovering over the mute button so I can hit it real quick if I need to, but there may be some occasional throat clearing and whatnot. And as usual, I'll mute the mic for cutscenes and everything, so I'm not, you know, interrupting those with clearing my throat and everything. I might unmute the mic, you know, put in my 2 cents about something for a second, but generally I'll have the mic muted during cutscenes. And speaking of which, sugarcane and its yields. New mission.
Why look, It's the bastard son of the late William Kidd. Still a mere boy, and yet 10 times the demon his father was.
Okay, strange. Muting
Fancy
the...
seeing you here, Kenway.
Muting
Still
the
looking
game?
sleek and
No.
mean.
Strange.
Did you steal that costume from a dandy in Havana?
No, sir. I found this on a corpse. One that was walking about and talking shite to my face only moments before.
Huh.
So, what's this I hear about a planned raid on a plantation? Not keeping secrets from me, are you?
Not very well. Every day, schooners packed with sugar sail past, coming from plantations nearby. Most times they stop here, sell off a few crates. There's one man visiting today that'd earn you a fine profit. So if you'd like to rob his plantation, I'll point him out.
I would.
So I left the mic unmuted that time because I noticed that when I muted my microphone, it looked like it muted the game audio too, which is very odd. And I'm gonna pause. Well, I'm gonna pause right now and check on that. So let me do some testing here, and I'll be right back. All right. Well, I'm back. I checked on the previous recording, and it looks like it was fine. Basically, on the ElGato capture screen, I can see my mic's audio level live, like as it's jumping up and down and back and forth and stuff, and I can also see left and right of the audio channels for the game. And when I would mute the commentary, which is my microphone, it looked like it was muting the game audio as well. I'd see those bars drop to 0, but in the recording it was actually fine. And now when I do it, it doesn't do that anymore. It looks fine. So I guess it was just a visual bug in the program, but it was actually doing what it was supposed to. So anyways, we're going to continue here.
His agent is around here somewhere. Find and follow him, and he'll lead you straight to your prize.
Again, I apologize for the throat clearing. There's only so much I can do about that. And it's that guy.
It gladdens me to hear you're saying so. Despite the waywardness of your enterprise here, I understand that you are men of discernment.
I hate tailing missions. So do most people who play Assassin's Creed, apparently. That's like a big complaint that a lot of people had with Assassin's Creed, and so like literally from Unity on, they just don't really have tailing missions anymore. Or at least not like eavesdropping missions. Eavesdropping is the worst. Tailing is annoying, but it's not the worst, like eavesdropping. That's just torture. I remember I never ended up beating AC3. I just had a hard time getting invested in the actual story. But I remember there was at least a couple of eavesdrop missions in AC3 that were really frustrating. Ah. Well, hello, sir. And this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting.
Burford, Manning, to me, we've done with this place. Aye, sir. What's our course? We'll return to the plantation and there take...
Is that only a schooner? Oh, it's only a schooner.
Good harvest. You may not want to load some. This is anything friendly for Ken. Nonsense, man. I had a delightful conversation with a chap just now. We came to quite an understanding. As you see, sir.
And
well, boys, we're going home.
There we go. That one guy didn't even like hear me, which is crazy. So a quick way back is to go like this. I suppose you could use the rowboat there. I never actually noticed the rowboat before. All the times I've played this mission, I never saw the rowboat. Anyways, fun parkour. So, you know what? All good with me. Now, if you thought tailing was annoying, now we get to tail ships from our own ship.
Look, I've seen before.
Yes, stealth ship sections.
I've just overheard one of the Beckford's men talking grandly about his plantation and all the cargo he's keeping.
Ooh, that's a man of war.
I might take these goods off him and sell them off.
Yeah, look at the size of that ship.
Ah, a man of vision. I like this idea.
Don't want to mess with the man-of-war. That is the biggest type of ship that you'll find in this game. Well, I don't know if the legendaries are actually bigger than man-of-wars. I think they are just man-of-wars, but with a whole bunch of special crazy perks. Yeah, restricted areas. Pretty self-explanatory. You can pause and read that if you like, but of course I know how it works, so stay out of combat is an objective. Well, an optional objective. You don't have to stay out of combat, but I want to. As invincible as I feel, because I'm so used to playing late game, this is quite a fragile ship we have right now. I cannot go travel speed at the moment, which kind of sucks. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Off the starboard side. I wish I could go just a little bit faster, just to catch up to him a little bit. Because I got that guy back there, getting a little closer comfort. Whoa, and that guy. You can actually use islands and stuff for physical cover as well, so you don't have to, even if you're technically within their, what should be their line of sight, you can use, I'm going as fast as this ship can here. Even if you would be in their line of sight, you can use actual cover to hide.
The Backfoots and their sugar empire.
Come on, come on.
The Beckfords and the Draxes. I never worked their plantations, but I knew their names from hearing other men curse them.
But you worked the plantation, huh?
A modest one, aye. As a striker in the boiling house.
Boiling house? Was it water they boiled? Or something else?
Cane juices. The hard process making sugar. Dangerous. Must be why it fetches such a dear price.
What's it like? Toiling on a plantation day and night?
Well, with the cane sugar cut and harvested, it's run between two metal rollers that crush the juice from the plant. After collecting the juice, it's time to boil away the waters from the sugar. This we did in tanches made of copper. Let me tell you, brother, boiling sugar is near the hottest thing on earth. Just a touch on the skin will stick like wood lime and burn on, leaving a terrible scar.
Jesus.
Storm captain, look back!
Cool story from Adewale. Though unfortunate, of course, that he was a slave at all. Though again, not really surprising given the time, or given the time period here.
The soldiers roaming the plantation would catch us for sure.
Drop here then and sneak ashore. We'll look after the jackal.
Thank you, Ade. Alright, and here we go. So you gotta get over to the guy quickly before you lose track of him. It's not too bad though. I don't think I've ever had a real issue with that, unless you get distracted or something. Just, you know, don't get distracted. You can stay out of the restricted area as well, and right now if they saw me they wouldn't care, because I'm not in the restricted area, so they're just like, yeah, whatever, he's fine.
What's happened here? Why such disarray?
Bit of a do, sir, that's all. It's Wilmington's birthday.
And you saw fit to get pickled on duty.
Don't bother, sir. We've everything sorted.
We'll soon see, won't we? For you must double the watch this evening.
Double, sir? Whatever for?
I believe I was followed here, young man. By pirates, if my eyes honour me, though the ship was uncommonly large for such rascals. Certainly wasn't slavers, though, not a ship that size. In any case, double the watch. And keep your damned eyes wide for anything suspicious.
Now, this is where things are going to get a little more interesting after we are done eavesdropping here.
You up there! Look alive, man! You've a job to do!
Apologies, sir. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
For God's sake, what the hell is going on here today? How do you suppose you'll be able to ring that alarm if you're piss drunk and barely able to stand?
No response. Alright.
speak to the man in charge here. I require entrance to the warehouse.
God, why is he coming this way?
Dogs has the key to the warehouse, huh?
Stab it. Alright, so we're done with him.
Is there no one sober here? Fetch me the warehouse key, if you please.
Now we need to go and find the guy that has the warehouse key. And you may have noticed
Damn it. Someone find me the key.
our secondary objective is to sabotage 2 alarm bells. Yep, come here. That's right. There you go. Come on. Good old-fashioned whistle and stab tactics here. Alright, now, I want to go up and over. Hopefully that captain dude there leaves. I think the state of combat is done. So if we get into combat at the end of the world here. Jeez. I want to get rid of him. The captain, namely. He tends to wander a bit. Jeez. Come back over this way, then I can stab you. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, as you can see, they don't really look up that badly. Or that often, I mean. I hope the other guy doesn't hear this. Nope. And let's try to do this. There we go. Just so that his body is in there. Alright. Now we'll sabotage that. There's 1. I think there's 3 alarm bells you could actually do this with here. But I could be wrong. Let's get this animus fragment as well, since we're standing right here. Whee! And the chest, because again, we're standing right here. And, you know, free money. Free, easy money. It's on ground level and everything. We don't even have to work for that one. So the guys with the key are a bit of a pain, but they walk around this area from time to time. No, that's not him. There he is, back there. Yep. I want this guy to come over here.
Stop!
Then I can stab him. Yeah. And they saw nothing.
King Phil should look to his men's provision if he wants to keep his lands.
Split me, no. I'm not a dull man. Give me a foozy and a target, and I'll do what's needed.
Aha! Piece of cake. Now, the reason I said this might get interesting is because you have that sniper up there, and he can be a pain. He can be a real pain sometimes. We got kind of lucky there with everything, the way everything worked out, which was nice. Can I just, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I don't like that sniper. He's not my friend. Can I get him from here with the gun? No. I don't have good pistols yet. Oh crap. There we go. Yeah. And no one even heard it. And there is the other alarm bell. And at this point, we're pretty much free to go and do whatever we want. Which, for me, includes climbing up here. Hi. We'll get that chest in a second. You mean the ones that are kind of partially responsible for keeping you enslaved here? You should be happy I'm killing them. I'm almost liberating you. Almost. Wish I could, actually, but alas, no. Although, there's a DLC that came out that, well, if I say too much, it'll spoil some things for this storyline later. Basically, you get to play as an assassin that works around here in the West Indies to free slaves, which is pretty cool. And it's on, I I don't remember if it's on a different, like, little section of map, or if it's on this part of the map, or if it's on a part of this map, like, slightly modified. I honestly don't remember. But the only issue, I would be happy to do that DLC, but you guys would have to, you know, it's important that you guys know that I only have that DLC on the 360 version, so we could do it, but there's going to be, you know, a graphical downgrade, which for me is not a big deal, because for me it's always about the gameplay, but that is an option. That is something we can do. So I don't know why I'm going back here, actually. I don't need to. I need to just go loot the warehouse. I don't know why I'm coming back here. But I'll grab that shanty, that's for sure. Let's hop over there, and down there, over here. Fun parkour is fun. There we go. His rolls don't look quite right. It looks like he could use some work on his rolls, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not seeing it very well. It looks like he's rolling straight over his spine. You should kind of roll with your shoulder tucked in. It's the correct way to roll, but... And there we go, full sync. And 1 second here. There we go. Let's go ahead and click that. Alright, there we go. We got a little bit of time. What's the next story mission? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, it's down here. Oh, yeah. That one. That's not a mission we can do quickly. It's not a mission we can even really get over to quickly. Tell you what, though, we're here. Let's have a little bit of fun here, shall we? There we go. There's one of those fancy tool combo takedowns. And your sight's clear as day, huh? What happened to that? Yeah, and there you go. And hello. Goodbye. Let's loot that. Then there's a chest over there. There's an animus fragment somewhere. There it is. Well, the chest anyways. The animus fragment, I think I saw... There it is. It's over that away on the map somewhere. There it is, up top. Up in the tree. Yep. Yep. Ta-da! And we can jump into the hay bale. Now, the last thing on this island is a Mayan stele. And this is something we'll have a formal tutorial on later, but since we're here right now, we might as well go for it. Ooh, that was a nice jump. Cool. We'll go ahead and do this now, just because we're standing here, but we'll have a proper tutorial on what this is later. So basically, you just gotta rotate this thing until it lines up with what you're seeing in the highlighted objects there. Like that. It points you to a treasure buried in the ground. And again, we'll get a formal, you know, proper tutorial on that shortly. Well, not shortly. It'll be a little bit, but it'll happen. And you get this weird little stone tablet looking thing. But, yeah. Well, let's see. We got about 5 minutes left in the episode. I suppose we can try and go out and plunder some ships in that amount of time. Let's see what we can do here. Did we finish this island? We did. Cat Island. We are all done with that. Okay. Well, how about we go cause some trouble over here, shall we? There are, like, those mines in the water sometimes around certain harbors and bays and all that. So that's something to be mindful of. That brig has a bit of metal, and I love metal. Well, let's go ahead and just fight these guys outright. I don't have a ram, I don't have a ram, I don't have a ram. I need to remember that very diligently. Let's finish that schooner off. Come back, brig. Oh god, that's a weird glitch that happens sometimes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And boom. Do that. Moving at half sail is the best way to turn, which is why I'm doing that right now. And one of the first upgrades I would love to buy is it's called Heavy Shot, and you might remember a little bit ago I was talking about how you can just look to the right and fire without aiming, and that would have implications later. Heavy Shot is that, so it'll be easier to explain when we actually have it, because I can like show you what it actually is. And again, as discussed last time, though you cannot actually, though you cannot actually, there we go. You can't actually like snap the masts in combat. They fall down after the fact. Some of them do. You can damage the sails, which is very helpful for the brigs that try to ram you. There we go. Let's see. Need to average 2 kills per shot here. Nope. And I gotta get 4 with 1 shot. I don't foresee that happening. Well, I got 3. That wasn't bad. If I can headshot the captain. Aha! Booyah. Nice! Got a brig without having to actually board it. Let's see here. My wanted level is fine where it is, so I guess we'll just go ahead and repair. We don't even have 1 level of hunters after us yet, so yeah, no reason to do that right now. Alright, and we can go plunder the schooner as well. There is nothing, by the way, there's nothing stopping you from boarding a ship right in the middle of a fight with an infinite number of other ships. So if I'm fighting, you know, 3 frigates and a schooner, and I realize, boy, I'm in over my head here. If I knock out the schooner, there's nothing stopping me from boarding the schooner, which completely halts the battle with the frigates, which would allow me to repair in the middle of the fight, which is a very, very useful thing. I think I might have killed one of my own crew there with the swivel gun, but yeah, well, that's alright. We'll probably get at least 1 crew member back from this little boarding right here. And again, I mean, we don't even need the repairs, but there's not much else we can really do. I kind of want my wanted level to go up because the hunter ships have good loot on them. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to release the wheel. I'm going to head down here into the captain's quarters. And I want to see if I can just buy Heavy Shot right now, because Heavy Shot is going to be your best bet for dealing damage pretty much throughout the game. If you want to deal a ton of damage quickly, you do it with Heavy Shot. And there it is. So Heavy Shot deals massive amounts of short-range damage upon impact. It doesn't strictly have to be short range, but of course you can't aim it. So that's why they say short range. You can't aim it at all. So yeah. Oh, hey, we can get broadside cannons too. Let's do that. Ooh, wait, ram strength. Yes. Now I have a proper ram. Booyah. And we could do it again. 2,000 real, 75 wood. Sure, why not? We're going to need a bunch of wood and metal for the broadside cannons. But there we go. Heavy Shot. Big damage to your enemies, but only at close range. Looks as I with R and press right trigger to fire. And of course, your shot's trajectory is affected by the waves. So if there's a wave between you and the ship next to you, the wave will absorb your shot. So, you know, be mindful of that when you're firing. And yeah, I'll go ahead and so you can see the ram on the front of the ship right now underneath the foremast there. Or is that this? This is the foremast. What's this one? I forget what this one's called. Anyways, there it is down there. You can see it. And next, I will quickly show off the Heavy Shot. So if you literally just look to the right or the left, you can see, well, we'll test it out on the schooner. If you look in the very bottom right of the screen, you can see what weapon I'm going to use right now. That's heavy shot, that's round shot. Heavy shot is basically flaming cannonballs. And as you can see, very lethal. Now what do you have? Wood and sugar? Yeah. I mean, I want the wood, but I can't be bothered. So, there we go. You do have a limited number of heavy shot attacks here, so that's something to be mindful of. But other than that, it is definitely your best bet at dealing damage. So I'll fire it at that rock over there just so you can see. You can get it to get some decent range, but it's, you know, you can't aim it, so you just gotta, it's best at close range. Anyways, that will do it for this episode of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I hope to see you all in the next one.
Just the lone sick cap.